Bevo.com.
Innovation has been a buzzword for quite a while now, and a lot of organisations say, yeah, we encourage innovation. But it's not enough to have an intention of innovation. You've actually got to do something about it. What do you think are sort of some of the common mistakes that organisations make when they're implementing an innovation program?
Innovation is a bit like climate change. It's a bandwagon everyone wants to get onto, and all politicians say, we're very concerned with climate change, and managers say, we're very concerned with innovation, and very often it's lip service. Nothing actually happens. Now, innovation means putting into operation in your organization something which is new for your organization. But that idea may be used elsewhere, may be copied, borrowed, stolen, bought, but it's new for your organization. And that's good, that's excellent, but it's not quite the same as creativity, where you're generating an idea specifically for your circumstances. So innovation itself does not imply original creativity. It means putting into action something which is new for your organization. And that's excellent, I'm not talking against that, but it's not sufficient.
One of the quotes on De Bono for Business.com is a Demings quote, and it says, innovation comes from the producer and not the customer. So can you tell us about that debate of whether innovation should come from the market and the marketing consumer insights versus the internal idea generation of perhaps even the R&D department?
Well, the motivation for innovation is within the organization. For instance, the willingness to listen to customers, it comes from within the organization. And generally, customers are quite good at picking out faults and what's wrong and something, but not very good at generating new ideas. But the motivation and the structure for innovation has come within the company. I think very few organizations respond, even if there's a lot of customer pressure, very few organizations would respond.
What's the requirement for innovation in smaller companies versus larger organizations?
Small companies often feel that they have to innovate. They've got to be nimble on their feet. A large organization which is pretty static and doing reasonably well doesn't feel any great motivation to change. You see, complacency is the key problem. And the example I always use is this fellow who's intending to commit suicide, and he jumps off the top of a skyscraper, and as he passes the third floor window, he says, so far so good. Complacency is very similar.
Bevo